Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Mind Rush. Get ready to dive into heart-pounding chases, jaw-dropping action, and the most thrilling moments caught on camera. Let's get your heart racing. On August 23, 2022, just after 7:00 a.m., Florida Highway Patrol was chasing a stolen truck out of Tampa. But this wasn't just any truck. It was a full-sized box truck, swerving northbound in the southbound lanes, putting every driver on I-75 at serious risk.
Everybody hold the traffic for a second. Please call it. We're through the parking lot. We're about to come out at 34th Street.
The man behind the wheel, 34-year-old Brandon J. Baker, a suspect already wanted for an armed carjacking before he ever got behind the wheel of that truck. As the truck rolled into Gainesville, the Alachua County Sheriff's Office stepped in. Baker veered off I-75 at S.W. Archer Road and kept going.
Hey, pull him into the Best Buy.
Cutting through parking lots at Butler Plaza, dodging traffic in the 34th Street Plaza, and generally driving like a guy with nothing left to lose.
Stop this now. Stand by. Okay, so third quarter. Attention men, we are going through the Metro Diner Plaza. Through the Metro Diner Plaza. And then on 34th, keep it off. Everybody hold the traffic for a second. Please call it. We're through the parking lot. We're about to come out at 34th Street.
But at the 2100 block of SW 34th Street, it all caught up to him. Baker bailed from the truck and tried to run on foot, but FHP and ACSO deputies were on him in seconds. No shootout, no escape, just a dangerous chase shut down before it turned tragic.
Again, coming back out on the 34th Street, going back southbound on 34th.
He was taken to Alachua County Jail and booked on a stack of felonies, with even more charges incoming from Tampa PD. Some people steal fast cars, others a box truck. Either way, the ending's the same. If you're going to start your night doing donuts in the middle of a busy Atlanta intersection, just know that Georgia State Patrol might not be in a forgiving mood. On July 31st, 2021, around 8:27 p.m., troopers spotted a black Chrysler 300 SRT-8 spinning circles at Jonesboro Road in Lakewood Avenue. As soon as the lights came on, the driver, 22-year-old Malik Deshaun Harris, hit the gas and kicked off a full-blown high-speed pursuit.
Brakes on this outside, so be careful. One down, legal. One down, legal.
Westbound, please, 30 Brown.
South of Jonesboro, west of Cleveland, north of Metropolitan, Harris blasted through city streets at reckless speeds, jumping curbs, racing through parking lots, and nearly clipping pedestrians. At one point, his right rear tire gave out. Didn't matter. He just kept going on 3 wheels, like he had something to prove.
Clear crossing Quaker Street on Metro for first and go one back. Respond to black male, low haircut, north reflected white shirt. We're crossing over Avery Road. We're crossing over Avery Road.
Oh, get on the highway, bitch. I dare you. Oh, you done fucked up now.
We are turning right onto the connector.
Can't do it right now.
We're turning right onto the connector. Left lane, we're going 75, 85 north. Past the 166.
We're on 166.
On the connector north, 166.
Troopers tried a PIT on GA 166 East, but couldn't rotate the car, so they hit it again, harder. This time, the Chrysler spun off the road and straight into a parked tractor trailer.
Setting up again, we're crossing under Pryor Road. He's going to try to film again. They're northbound, approaching Pryor, and step for a second.
Get me out now.
It's successful, big successful, big 50.
Both Harris and his passenger bolted. A foot chase followed, and after a missed taser shot, Harris fled into the woods. But he didn't get far. Corporal Ennis and an Atlanta PD officer tracked him down and made the arrest. Malik Harris was treated at the hospital, then delivered to Fulton County Jail with a list of charges longer than his burnout trail. It was all fun and games until a Ford Fiesta hit a 29-ton truck at highway speed. On August 12, 2022, police in Humberside, England, were chasing down a compact car tearing through the East Yorkshire countryside. The driver? 19-year-old Lewis Cartwright, who apparently mistook public roads for his own personal racetrack.
42-1080, southbound on Jonesboro. Paul Frank Henry 3677, PFH 3677.
Except through behind him, I'll call him in for you. Got yellow race.
He pushed the Fiesta past 100 miles per hour, weaving through narrow lanes and back roads like a stunt driver on a Red Bull budget. Police stuck close behind, but Cartwright wasn't slowing down until the road made the decision for him. One bad swerve sent the car headfirst into a massive freight truck, ricocheting it right back into the front of the pursuing police vehicle. The wreck was explosive. Metal, glass, and instant regret flying in every direction. Miraculously, no one was killed. Cartwright was pulled from the wreckage and arrested on the scene. He later faced a list of charges, including dangerous driving and endangering life. His joyride ended with jail time, a revoked license, and one giant truck-shaped reality check. A red Dodge Ram 1500 was turning heads for all the wrong reasons on April 16, 2024. North Little Rock police were already in pursuit for theft of property when Arkansas State Trooper Michael Ledden took over near the Redmond Road exit on US 67/1/167. The driver? 35-year-old Brian Thomas Wilkerson, reportedly linked to multiple theft incidents in Pulaski County and definitely not interested in pulling over. Trooper Ledden wasted no time. He lined up for a pit and spun the Ram like a county fair ride, but Wilkerson didn't stop. Minutes later, boxed in by traffic near Gregory Street, he rammed a civilian's vehicle and took off again, like it was all part of the plan. Another pit hit harder. The Ram bounced off the center wall, rode it briefly, rotated like a toy truck, and slammed into the opposite barrier. Ledden moved in, pinned the vehicle, and drew his firearm. Wilkerson claimed he couldn't exit. Officers weren't in the mood. He was pulled out through the window and cuffed on the spot. Nearby, a bag of crystal-like substance lay on the ground. Another one matched in his pocket. And just like that, Wilkerson's reckless afternoon came to a screeching, humiliating end. With fresh felony fleeing, property theft, and narcotics possession added to his name.
Got a white Dodge Charger running from me.
April 9th, 2021, a white Dodge Charger, R/T, came flying down State Highway 7 like it was trying to outrun its own registration. Arkansas State Trooper Brandon Bird clocked it at 85 in a 55 near Ola and flipped around to make a stop, but the driver had other plans.
He got into Russell on I-21. He's crossing over the river bridge now.
19-year-old Corbin Fisher, fresh out of good decisions, stomped the gas and took off, pushing well over 132 miles per hour while passing cars on the shoulder, tossing a beer can mid-chase, and nearly sideswiping innocent drivers.
10-4, he's on 247 heading to Pottsville.
J15, J3, I'm on 247 here at Pottsville. One came from 27.
J3, do you want us to pick pursuit back up or let it go?
Make sure behind him.
I am.
Dardanelle PD jumped in to block intersections, and Trooper Stephen Payton joined the pursuit. Despite a radio order to back off, troopers kept eyes on the Charger as it roared across the Arkansas River into Pope County. That's when Fisher overcooked a turn onto West Tucker Road, fishtailed into a ditch, and somehow popped back out, still running. The road ended at Pondview Drive, but he didn't slow down, nearly blowing past two kids on scooters before realizing, too late, it was a dead end. With nowhere left to run, Fisher rolled into a driveway and stepped out, hands in the air. Inside the car, an open box of beer. Fisher blew a .2%, refused a urine test, and was still suspended for DWI. He was hit with a full grocery list of charges, from fleeing and underage DUI to public intoxication and endangering minors. In the end, he took a plea deal, a few suspended sentences, 1 year without a license, and over $1,300 in fines. And just like that, another Dodge Charger gets added to the wall of shame. He started with a bolo and ended with a backflip. Somewhere in between, a white Acura got turned into a cautionary tale. On January 30th, 2019, Arkansas Highway Police Lieutenant Tim Gushing was chasing down one of 3 stolen vehicles out of Fort Smith. This one? A 2004 Acura, reportedly driven by 28-year-old Brittany Putt, who was not exactly easing into the spotlight.
We've taken door exit now. I have to wait until I get down here towards the bottoms.
Enter Corporal Michael Bowman. He jumped in around the 3-mile marker on I-500 as Putt was clocking 100 miles per hour and slicing through traffic like she was auditioning for a video game. She took the westbound I-40 ramp and kept pushing the speedo past 120, swerving onto shoulders, losing a rear tire, and still refusing to stop. Even after bits of her car started falling, she accelerated back to 90 like it was nothing.
Yes, 10-4. I tried to knock her out there in the corner. It didn't work.
By the time she reached Dora Road, Putt was in the oncoming lane, blowing through blind curves and crossing into Oklahoma like she was trying to set a regional record for chaos. Then came the green light. If Bowman got the chance, end it.
Corner. It didn't work. We're in the bottoms now. You want me to try again?
He lined up beside the Acura, tapped the rear left just enough, and physics did the rest. The car spun, left the road, flipped, smacked a tree, and landed upright. Officers swarmed in as Putt tried to crawl out the back window. She was cuffed and taken by ambulance to Baptist Health in Fort Smith.
You got her? Somebody else in the car?
I don't think anybody's else in the car.
I didn't see anybody else in the car.
Tell me there's not a kid in there. I think the other stolen, she was in front of that other stolen car.
Was she?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so. She was parked right in front of the silver Impala.
Okay.
And when she saw me turn around, I put out in front of her, she poured it.
Leave her. Got an ambulance coming.
I'm trying to stand up, but my dad.
No, don't. Just stay right where you're at.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The Acura, confirmed stolen. Brittany Putt was later hit with theft by receiving, felony fleeing, driving on a suspended license, and a probation violation hold. The only thing she didn't flee was the hospital bill. When the clock hit April 28, 2024, on a quiet stretch near Greenland, Arkansas, a Ford F-150 decided it wasn't in the mood for a traffic stop. Behind the wheel was 33-year-old Marcus Duane Kelly, a man who clearly thought speed limits were just suggestions. Trooper Daniel Henson swooped in with lights blazing, but Kelly wasn't budging. He gunned it through country roads, weaving like a pro, and probably a fool. Then came the moment of truth. Henson lined up a PIT maneuver at around 80 miles per hour. Smash! The F-150 flipped end over end in a split-second rollover that would have made your stomach drop. Thankfully, no other vehicles were involved.
PBI roll over 1016.
Hey.
Hands! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Hands! Show me your fucking hands! Now! On the ground! On it! On it! Get out! On the ground!
Officers rushed in, pulling Kelly and his passengers from the wrecked truck. Kelly was shouting he did nothing wrong, but the truck's upside-down position told a different story. Dispatchers got the call. Scene secured, EMS en route, and troopers making quick work of the arrests. Kelly ended up in cuffs and a patrol car, probably wondering if flying trucks are actually illegal. This chase closed with a crash, some swaggering denials, and a failed escape attempt. Charges list: felony fleeing, reckless driving, resisting arrest. June 1st, 2020, Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas State Police Sergeant Nicholas Brown was posted up near MLK Drive, monitoring a late-night protest, when a very different call came in. A blue Dodge Dakota had just boosted an ATM and was tearing westbound on I-630. The suspect? 38-year-old Leon Terrence Murphy, a man apparently under the impression that hauling a full ATM in a pickup during a citywide protest was a low-profile move. Troopers Jared Akins and Mark Blackerby responded, with Akins attempting a PIT that didn't quite land. The chase pressed on. Right off the Baptist Hospital exit ramp.
So, Rock, I'm gonna try to get up to him and pit him. We're gonna be taking Baptist exit.
What happened next looked like something out of a heist film. That didn't test well with audiences. Murphy barreled through the hospital parking lot, swerving toward the main entrance as officers boxed him in. Sergeant Brown cut him off, and Murphy's truck clipped Brown's cruiser, slammed into a concrete trash bin, and skidded straight into the corner of the hospital building.
We're gonna be right out in the parking lot. Cover 10-15.
Good boy.
Good boy. Thanks for letting me talk. Yeah, Roger, 10-15. Suspect 10-15.
Swinger.
You're right down the parking deck.
Then, in a final burst of optimism, Murphy bailed out the passenger side and sprinted for the hospital doors, only to find them locked. That was it. He was taken into custody on the spot. No injuries, no shootout, just a busted truck, a dented hospital wall, and one very frustrated wannabe ATM bandit.
Getting on going towards 57 North.
If you're driving a stolen Ford F-150, flipping a trooper mid-chase might not be the flex you think it is. On April 10th, 2025, just before 8 p.m., Arkansas State Trooper Tyler Riles spotted blue lights ahead while exiting I-57 onto McCain Boulevard. A silver F-150 was weaving through traffic like a pinball, and North Little Rock PD was right behind it. Riles jumped in to help manage traffic, but the pickup, driven by 40-year-old Mary Weatherspoon, took the hint and turned north onto Landers Road. That's when Riles took over as lead. As speeds hit 65 miles per hour, Riles pulled up beside the F-150 and gave commands over the loudspeaker. Weatherspoon's response? Screaming into her phone, brake-checking a trooper, and waving her middle finger like it was part of her defense strategy. She didn't make it far. Just before Trammell Road, directly in front of a Chevy dealership, Riles landed a clean, tactical vehicle intervention. The F-150 spun to a stop, and Weatherspoon was taken into custody without further incident.
Get out the car. Get on the stop.
Put your hands behind your back.
Really? Y'all come down here. I'm in Sherwood. Like somebody got drugged. You know,
I don't think it's a little about 10-15 because of that.
I need my phone.
We're not worried about that.
No injuries, no damage to other vehicles. Just a long list of charges that included felony fleeing, reckless driving, and obstructing governmental operations. Some chases end in chaos. Others? A one-finger salute and a clean PIT right outside a car lot. Speed limits? Optional. Headlights? Optional. Good decisions? Apparently also optional. On January 10, 2020, Arkansas State Troopers Justin Williams and James Taylor were hot on the trail of a blue 2010 Infiniti G37, reported stolen and tracked by West Chicago PD, now slicing westbound across I-40 like a blue missile. Behind the wheel, 31-year-old Ramon Avendano, a parolee with a sketchy history and a rumor that he had stolen 5 firearms. Spoiler, he didn't. Avendano had no interest in stopping. Instead, he blacked out his headlights, passed cars on the shoulder, and floored it to an eye-watering 151 miles per hour. Troopers stayed on him as Hazen PD prepared spike strips at mile marker 198.
On the bridge right now. Should be. Got anything over there for left lane going across top the river bridge. Left lane going across top the river bridge. Up 2 lanes. He just went back over to the right lane.
Boom, successful hit. But the Infiniti kept flying for another 9 miles until it slammed into the back of a civilian car carrying a mother and her 6-month-old baby. The impact shoved the Infiniti into a ditch near mile marker 187. You'd think that would be the end of it. Nope. Avendaño bailed and sprinted into a nearby ditch like he had somewhere better to be. A Hazen PD canine disagreed and caught up with him the old-fashioned way, with teeth. Avendaño was hospitalized for crash injuries and a dog bite. The baby and mother were also transported for medical care. One officer was hurt during the takedown but later released.
Unfortunately, I'll take care of it on my end. Needs to be a peephole and him there at the end of that report covered. If you will, make contact with the highway department. Let them know the end of this guardrail was taken out.
The fallout? Theft by receiving, felony fleeing, hit and run, and a wild jog through the mud. He took a plea deal and walked with probation, time served, fines, and a suspended license. The car might have been stolen, but the chase? Fully earned. Caught, cuffed, and crash tested. Just another day on the road. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at Mind Rush. If you're hungry for more heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat excitement, don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more mind-blowing moments coming your way soon.